Hi, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and today I'm going to show you how I made this purple. It is not pink. I'm telling you, it's purple unicorn. So what I did is I have two-part epoxy from Let's Resin, part A and part B, and I've already mixed them together. And then I separated them in two different containers, and I'm putting my purple mica powder in one, and then I'm going to put my resin paste in the other. And the resin paste is homemade resin paste. What it is a part B epoxy with a lot of white mica powder. And it does separate, so you do need to stir it up, and it does take a lot of mica powder. And because my part B was already turning yellow, this is a beigey, like white color. Very pretty though. So I just stir it real well until I get it all stirred up. And then I'm going to take my 91% alcohol, and I'm going to spray my mold. And the mold I got off of Etsy. And as you can see, my resin there has some bubbles in it. So I'm just going to spritz those with the alcohol too. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the purple resin. I'm going to pour the white resin into the purple resin as I'm pouring it. And I'm sorry I'm out of frame here. I forgot to move the mold forward. But as I'm pouring the purple resin, I'm pouring the white resin in the cup with the purple just at the very end. And you'll see that in a little bit. And now I'm just squeezing the mold a little bit, going all the way around it. And then what I did was I put it in my debubbler for 5 minutes. And now this is how I'm pouring my resin. So as you can see, I'm pouring the white into the purple as it's going into my mold. Because I am trying to marble this. Now I'm just going to kind of clean up the top of my mold a little bit. Just scraping it off. Oops, dropped that, didn't I? Lucky it didn't come out. And then I'm just going to spritz it with my alcohol, and then I'm going to set it aside to cure. And this is the next day. So I did speed this up quite a bit. It is very difficult to get out of the mold. You'll see in a little bit how I rectify that, but I do work on it quite a while. And this mat wasn't helping very much because it was moving all over the place. So I do spritz it on the inside with my 91% alcohol, and that helped a lot. But really you need 3 hands. So I did get it out, and it looks good. Let me tell you, I maybe had 1 or 2 bubbles on this whole thing. When I did the peach one, which I will try to remember to put that in the description box, link that video to it, I had tons of holes. This one I did not. So when you fill your mold 3/4 of the way full of your resin and you put it in your debubbler, because I have the Let's Resin debubbler, that takes the bubbles out so you don't have holes. And now I'm just taking my little X-Acto knife, and I'm cleaning up the bottom of my unicorn so it doesn't cut anybody. I wanted to smooth it out. And then I'll take my fingernail file and finish it up. And there she is. Ain't she pretty? And she's definitely purple. She is not pink. But I think the marbling turned out real well. Look at that. That's how I'm going to do mine from now on as far as marbling goes. I love her. And so now I'm going to take my white acrylic paint, and this is from Apple Barrel, and I'm just going to start painting her features. So with the white, I'm going to paint her eyes. And I didn't speed any of the painting up because I thought, you know, somebody might want to see how it gets done in real time and how time consuming it is, because it does take a lot of time. You can use your paint pens or whatever. I frankly prefer to use the little paintbrush and my acrylic paints because I think you have a little bit more control. At least for me, anyway. I mean, if you like using the pens, then by all means use the pens. I wish I could use them and do a good job, but I don't. I do a decent job with the paints. I wouldn't say it's great, but it's decent. So I do fill in her big old eyes there, which I think are cute. So cute. So if you don't want to watch me do all this painting, you can certainly fast forward through it. It's not going to hurt my feelings any at all, and I wouldn't even know anyway. But I just thought, you know, somebody might want to know in case they want to do some of their own. And I didn't really do 2 coats on the eyes. I just kind of, when it got a little more dry, I just kind of patted it on there a little bit. And now I know this looks blue, but it's really purple. It is a metallic purple paint that I got from Hobby Lobby. And it's just the cheap brand that they have, which I think works really well. So I'm just going to paint her hooves. Her 2 front feet hooves, and then the back feet, you know, the bottom where they almost look like hearts. So I do that too. And then I do her horn. And like I said, this is purple. It is not blue. I know sometimes the colors in the videos and all just don't look the way they should. And I have no idea why when I took a picture of my unicorn, she turned out pink. Why was she pink? I guess it was the lighting or something. I don't know. It's just weird. But she's definitely purple. But I did really like the peachy one that I did, and I might have to do that one again in that same color. Of course, I won't do it in a video. I'll just do it because I want it, because it has so many holes in it. It was very disappointing. I did give it to my granddaughter. She wanted it. So she took it home with her, and I sure do miss that girl. She went home Sunday. School starts for them on the 11th, and she spent almost all of June and all of July with us. So, you know, I've had 2 months with her, which is good. It's good to have time with your grandkids. But now that she's gone, I sure miss her. Let me know if you have grandkids that end up staying with you and how you feel about it, because I know at first it's hard because it's just you and your husband or whatever, and you're used to your routine, and then you have a 10-year-old with you, and you know, they want you to do stuff and everything, and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this. But then when they leave after they've been there for a couple months, you're like, oh man, I sure do miss them. Maybe I should have done more with them, but hey, we went to the water parks, we went to the pools, so, you know, we played games with her and stuff. But, you know, school's going to be starting soon. And you'll have to let me know what you think about this little unicorn. Do you like it? Like I said, I got it off of Etsy. And it does come from China. But I really like it. And I will be making more because I am going to have a craft fair in October. And I want to sell some of my resin pieces. And I want to make a few of the unicorns before I do my craft fair. And we'll see how they sell. Hopefully they'll do pretty good, but who knows. I'll probably make, I don't know, four or five of them in different colors. I've got one so far, this purple one. Excuse me. And then I'll make another peachy one. And then I'm not sure what colors I'll do. Maybe a pink one. Maybe a blue one. Maybe a yellow one. Yellow might be good. I don't know. And I didn't have any holes in the horn or anything. I was so happy. So the key to it is spraying the alcohol in your mold and fill your mold 3/4 of the way up with the resin and then put it in the debubbler for 5 minutes. And that seems to take care of the holes. And I think the most time-consuming thing is the painting. And I'm not real good at painting, but, you know, I do the best I can. And I think people expect that when they buy homemade, handmade things. That, you know, it's not going to be perfect. It's not like they were kicking them out in a factory or anything like that. It's each one individually hand-painted, right? So now I'm going to take my Crafters Collection, again, from Hobby Lobby. And it's just their cheap brand of acrylic paint. And I'm going to take this very small tipped brush and do her mouth. And I don't do a great job at it, but I think it's good enough. It's not horrible, but it's not as good as it could be, I guess. And now I'm going to do her nostrils. Got those done. And then I'm going to do her eyelashes. Now, I do have some fake eyelashes that I bought, but do I know where they are? No, I have no clue. I searched my craft room all over. I have no clue where I put them. So, in the meantime, I'm just going to paint the eyelashes on. And now I'm going to paint the, I guess you would say, pupils on her eyes. And I use the thicker brush for that. Trying to be very careful, trying to make them as round as I can. And now I'm going to add my jewels to her. So I'm going to give her some earrings and the tips of her ears. So I just put some glue there. And I do use the Art Glitter Glue in one of those needle point bottles. And I'm just going to go along and put drops of glue where I think I want a little crystal there. And these little crystal pieces, these are purple. They are from one of those diamond paintings. These are just left over. So if you have any of those paintings and you have these left over, don't throw them away. You can use them to bling out your little resin creatures or characters, whatever you want to call them. Your little cuties. So I just put a drop of glue and then I put my crystals on top of that. And, you know, if you try to put your crystals on as soon as you put your drop of glue on, it is kind of difficult to get it off your tool there. If you wait just a little bit for the glue to get a little bit tacky, it's a lot easier and it'll come off your tool like almost immediately because it'll grab that glue and stay there. But, you know, I don't wait long enough because I'm impatient. And as soon as I put the glue down, then I start putting my little diamond dots on there. These are purple ones. I know they probably look kind of pinkish. Even in person, they look a little pinkish, but that's okay. It's actually a very light purple. But again, save your diamond painting crystals and stuff, and then you can use it to bling out your critters. And if you don't have these bottles for your glue with a needle point, you should get you some. They have them in Hobby Lobby. They have them on Amazon. If you don't have them, you need to get you some because they are good. They are very, very good. So I'm basically just putting these wherever I think one should go. I mean, you can put them wherever you want. The peachy one, I put them on top of the parts where the bubbles, the holes were. So it made it look better. You couldn't really see the holes. What you saw are the little crystals. So that's one way to hide the holes that you end up with. Now you can put some on her tail too. On the peachy one, I did put it on the tail. I just didn't for this one. I want to make her a little bit different. Had to add a little bit more glue to that one. Didn't want to stick. Come on, get off my tool. You can do it. Stick to the unicorn. There we go. So I'm just trying to find all my glue spots so I'll know where to put my little crystals. And then I put one in each eye. Now, I don't know if this was a good idea or not. I kind of like it, but maybe it makes her look a little weird or something. But I like it. And then I end up with a crystal on my thumb there, and I'm like, where is this one? I must have touched it and knocked it off. So now I got to figure out where it's supposed to be. That one moved, so I had to put it back. So I'm looking for where I knocked that one off. I'm sure it's there somewhere, and now I got to turn this one over so I can pick it up with my tool. Well, I guess I didn't find it, or maybe I did find it and just didn't show it. So I add this one here. And that's it. That's all the little crystals I have. And there she is. There she is. Miss America. She's pretty. You'll have to let me know what you think in the comments. I really like her. There's all her crystals in her hair. And then here she is, looking pretty, but like I told you in the picture here, she looks pink. But she's not pink, she's purple. Again, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up, and I would appreciate any comments that you have. I love to hear from you guys, and I will see you later.